Matt, welcome to the God of War Enhanced Performance Experience, which is actually what it's called.
Ooh, sounds very fancy. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, so it's basically the PS5 version. No, it's not really a version. It's like a patch, basically 1.35, and it gives you 60 FPS with 4K checkerboard, which is basically like interlaced kind of video.
Nice.
So it's not native 4K, but it looks very sexy, and it now performs, as you can see, a flat 60. Whereas on the PS4 Pro, I don't think it ever hits 60 on the PS4 Pro, but it doesn't say it does.
No,
but it's between 50 and 60.
It was always sort of just about getting there, and and obviously it runs at a higher resolution now as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Like you'll see when we do the side by sides in terms of the resolution, because it used to run at 1080p on the left on the PS4 Pro 1080p.
Yep.
On the right, the PS5 is now the checkerboard 4K. So yeah, it looks better and actually performs slightly better as well. So if you ever wanted to bust out God of War, now is the perfect time. I mean, just for the frame rate, because the thing is, when you played on the PS4 Pro, when you played in the frame rate mode, you had to sacrifice the lovely visuals a little bit for to basically play it at 55 frames per second.
Yeah.
Whereas now, you don't have to sacrifice anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You don't have to make the choice. You don't have to make the choice between the visuals and the performance. It's the best of both worlds is what you're getting here. Exactly.
And I'm not a fan of making these choices. What I want is 4K 60 for everything. So yeah, this is out of the norm. We don't usually do this, not since the console launches, but I thought I'd do a load time test.
Oh wow!
To see, because they said that load times were improved. It's like effectively like 50%. So this is the same load from the same place to the same place, and I did a couple just to see whether they got the same results. And yeah, across the board, I think this one's 22 seconds for the PS5. And a whopping 33 seconds for the PS4 Pro.
That's really good, actually.
I did it from when I clicked the location to when the door appears.
Yeah. No, it's really decent, because these bits could drag on a little bit, didn't they?
Oh, mate, yeah, like 30 seconds on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
now,
I guess
only 22.
I guess 20 seconds isn't that much shorter, but it's enough, isn't it? It's that sort of
it's
just
50%.
Cutting down those moments where you're running around the tree branches.
It's 50% shorter, Matt.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
No, you're right.
If you fast travel 5 times in an hour, right, you save yourself 50 seconds. So, well, actually, you probably save yourself more. You save yourself a minute. But yeah, here we go, side by side. And the one thing to focus on in this shot especially is Kratos.
Yeah.
He looks a lot sharper on the PS5 than he does on the Pro. And let's not forget that the Pro is a fantastic version of God of War.
Yeah, that's not even the base PS4 version. That's still a crisp version of God of War, and it looks even better on PS5 at the moment.
Exactly. And it's the same game, and it's actually free for anyone who's got Plus, right? It's part of the collections.
Yeah, I mean, it's and even if you're not on PS Plus, I think it's going for like 16 quid these days as one of the hits, the PlayStation hits. So it's one of those ones you gotta play it. You've absolutely gotta.
Yeah, and if you're watching this in 1080 though, folks, remember that this is 4K video, so watch it in 4K and you'll see the differences. So if you don't see any differences in 1080, you're not going to, because the Pro's in 1080. But to fully see the kind of the goodness of the PS5 version, whack the video up to 4K. Yeah. I don't want to see any of you moaning in the comments.
This has got me really tempted to jump back in, because I forgot how gorgeous God of War is.
Yeah, like I said, even on the Pro, very, very gorgeous game. But on the PS5, it's very gorgeous, and now you get the 60 FPS. Obviously, it's not a drastic upgrade, because it's still the same game, just with a new patch, with a new mode. But it's weird, right? There is enhanced performance experience and normal performance experience, which takes the frame rate from 60 to 30, and I don't know why that's included in there.
I think there is a small group of people who think that 30 FPS is more cinematic for games like this, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think having the option there just stops people from moaning, doesn't it? That they can't go back to it if they want to.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think it's just one of those things. I think it's good to have. If people are used to it at 30... and they don't like it at 60, then it's just one of those. It's one of those options it's there. I'm never going to use it. If I ever play this on PS5, I'm going enhanced performance all the way. I want that 4K. I want that 60 FPS. I want that silky smooth action. Is what I want.
It's one of the games, because we talk a lot when I do stuff with Rich. And like Control, I'll play Control in 30 FPS just because it looks a lot better with the ray tracing. But it's not a game that I really kind of rely on the frame by frames.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually see the difference quite massively in this shot as well. But with God of War, it's about the combat. It's about this kind of the timing, the parrying, and everything's about kind of getting an advantage.
Yeah.
And playing at 60 FPS is just, I think, essential.
And there's no trade-off here either. You're getting the best of both worlds if you're getting it. There's no way to play at a higher resolution at 30. That option's just there if you don't like 60, essentially. And I like 60, so I'm going to play the enhanced. Yeah,
and we want to see this across the industry now with new games just going 4K 60. No either this or whatever, just both together. There we go, Matt. That's out now. You can download it on the PlayStation 5. That's God of War. I've been Dan. You've been Matt. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.